to your neck and shoulders. So if you've been experiencing discomfort from long hours at a desk, stress, just daily activities, you are in the right place. So in this session, I'm going to guide you through a series of gentle yet effective stretches designed and targeted to alleviate neck tension and tightness. These stretches are suitable for anyone, really. But when we're dealing with the neck, it's really important to listen to your body, not push past your comfort level. This is how we're going to avoid injury, which is really easy to do. So just ease into the neck stretches, never push past your own comfort level. The only thing you are going to need for today is just a comfortable seat and a towel. So grab a hand towel if you don't have one. Again, thank you for joining us live. Let's go ahead and dive in. When we're dealing with the neck, it's important to realize that we have 3 planes of motion. So that is forward and back, side to side, and rotation. And in order to increase our range of motion and decrease pain, it's important that we bring movement to all 3 planes. So before we get into that in those stretches, we're just going to start with a little bit of breath work to relax, release, and settle into place. So go ahead and find that comfortable position that's going to allow you to relax. And you can do this eyes open or eyes closed. But I want you to settle deep. Start by taking a deep inhale through your nose. Draw that breath into every space available. And as you exhale, try to relax more fully to the chair. Send in that breath from your mouth. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, let your shoulders melt away from your ears. And one more time, big inhale. Slow, controlled exhale. And as you release that third breath, go ahead and draw your chin to your chest. And we're going to do this without compromising posture. So we're still sitting tall. You're relaxing your neck and shoulders enough that your chin just settles heavy towards your chest. And now we're going to slowly draw the lifter over to the left shoulder. And it's important to keep in mind here, we want to ease in. Deep is not always better when we're stretching the neck. It's more like gentle, consistent. So this is something I'd like to see you doing more regularly and less deep. So you can also rest your left hand on the right side of your head. And if we extend that right arm out at an angle, it does a couple things. It helps increase the stretch through the right side of the neck, but it also keeps that right shoulder from lifting up. So we want to hold these for about 20 seconds. We're going to go ahead and release that chin back into your chest. Give yourself a moment to reset. And then we're going to go right ear to the right shoulder. And again, we can rest that right hand on the left side of the head. We can extend that left arm out at an angle. Just being sure that we're kind to our bodies. We don't need to cause any more pain. We're already having a flare-up. And we're going to exhale. Go ahead and bring that chin back into your chest. Inhale, let's sit up nice and tall. Find all the length you can in your spine. Now we're going to move into some simple shoulder shrugs. So I want you to just bring your fingers up to perch on your shoulders. And as you inhale, lift those shoulders as high to your ears as you possibly can. Exhale, we're going to draw those elbows down towards each other. Then we're going to open the chest. We're going to lift back up and around. So really simple shoulder shrugs, but trying to activate as much of your back and chest into this as you can. And then we're going to switch directions. Big inhales, those elbows rise. As you exhale, pull those shoulder blades tight and run them down your spine. Big, exaggerated movements. One more time. Up and around. Then we're just going to kind of shrug it out a little. Maybe make some little quarter turns with the head. Just know if there's more tightness that we can kind of work through. And we're going to be moving through these kind of tight. The idea of this video is not necessarily that you're going to do it with me, but I can teach you how to do these things. You can revisit the video and do it at your own pace. And really, it's something I'd like to see you do at least every other day if we really want to get to the bottom of this neck pain. All righty. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to place the fingers on the chin. Super simple. But what I want you to do from here is keeping your fingers in place, pull your head back as far as you can. It's easy to speak like this. So you're really pulling your head straight back into your throat, and then we release the chin back into the fingers. So really what you want to do is give the more of a double chin you can give yourself, the more effective this is, and release. And you'll notice each time you come back and then come forward, your fingers almost seem a little more further away. And that is that flexibility happening as we come into the stretch. So when you're doing this at home, it's just a second or two that we draw the head back, but you want to do about 20 repetitions of this to really get the full effect. All right, now we're going to come into why do we need a towel? This is an awesome tool for stretching. So just a small towel. You can even use this with a pillowcase. I just have a hand towel here. We place it along the back of the neck, and then we pull forward. But as we're pulling forward, we're pushing the neck back, and we're drawing the gaze up, not craning the head up, but just gently lifting the chin, looking up at the ceiling. So the two hands are pulling. You're pushing your neck back in. And release. And now we're going to go for really like cradling the back of the head with the towel, and we are looking up. So you're looking up directly at the ceiling, and as you do this, you're pulling up on either end of the towel. Always honoring your body, not pulling past a place where you feel a deep stretch, but not the difference between ah and ah is a fine line. So make sure we don't tread it. All right, so we have one more we're going to do with the towel. So we're going to release the ends. Try not to get my microphone here. I want you to reach over with your opposite hand. So we're grabbing opposite ways, but one towel is going to pull that straight down. Sorry, I'm really trying to avoid my microphone here. And the other is going to come across the chin, and we're going to pull. So just one towel straight down, and the other across the chin as you guide your head over. And we're going to release that back. So we're going to switch it up. We're going to draw straight down with one hand. The other side is going to come across the chin. And we're going to draw that chin over as we pull down on the other side of your towel. And release. You know, if you ask me, I would say I don't have much as a yoga teacher. I don't get a whole lot of tension and tightness, but that still feels really good. So again, that's something we want to do often, you know, but we don't want to do every day like any workout. You wouldn't do it every single day and a lot of reps. But when we do those ones, you want to hold them for about 20 seconds and maybe 2 or 3 times a week at the most. All right, so the next thing I'm going to show you is a scapula stretch. So we're going to start on the right side. You're just going to reach back and grab your right shoulder. And your elbow can be a little more up depending upon your flexibility level. Then we're going to grab the head with the opposite arm, and we're going to look down at an angle. So I'm looking towards my left knee, my right elbow's up, and I'm just going to draw my head down at an angle. Great stretch for the scapula up into the neck. And release. And then we just simply switch sides. Left hand on the left shoulder. Right hand grasps the back left side of the head. And I'm going to keep my hand drawing down on the left shoulder as I look at my right knee and pull my head forward and down. And then we release that as well. And again, when we're coming into those stretches, we want to hold them about 20 seconds each. All right, so the next one, it's really, we're going to get into the spine, the shoulders, but really when we're talking about the health of the neck, there's a lot that plays into it. Usually where the pain is not necessarily where the pain emanates from. So I'm going to scoot back just a hair for this one. You place your hands on top of your knees, and I want you to be sitting on the forward section of your chair here. So we have a little bit of room to round the back. So seated cat and cow, we hold onto the knees, and we start with cow pose. So I want you to take a big inhale, rock your pelvis forward, fill your belly with breath, look up at the ceiling, and relax your jaw. I want you to let your mouth hang open wide. And then we're going to exhale. So you're hanging onto your knees, and as you exhale, you're going to start rounding that spine. You're going to pull your navel in tight, and you're going to settle your chin heavy to your chest. And then you're just going to gently guide your hips back and forth. So we're really moving the whole body. We're moving the hips. We're starting that movement by tilting the pelvis forward, breathing into the belly, drawing the gaze upward and relaxing the jaw. And with that cat pose, we're really rounding the spine, hanging onto the knees, pulling that navel in tight, and the chin settles to your chest. So when you're moving through this, really, 5 to 10 times, whatever feels good in your spine, you'll start to notice that loosening up through the neck there. Then we're going to move on to some just gentle self-massage and relaxation. If you hook your thumbs just on either side of your skull here, you're going to notice 2 little points. And what I want you to do is massage straight down. So hooking in, doing a little thumb massage right there on those points, drawing the thumbs straight down either side of your spine. And again, we hook them in, we rub them out, and we draw them down. And as many times as really feels comfortable to you. Next spot we're going to come to is just behind the ears right here. There's a nice little point you can find. We're going to rub in there. We're going to draw that in towards the chin. And again, we rub in, draw in towards the chin. And these are two simple massages that we also covered in our last video. But again, everything's connected. So there's going to be a little crossover as we move through some of these videos and work our way down through the body. And that's really it. If you can really make a consistent practice of those simple items, you can knock them out in 10 to 15 minutes. But I will tell you, any tightness that we have, you know, so often people like to demonize cell phones and computers, but it's anything. Doing the dishes, driving a car, gardening. We hinge from here, we draw the shoulders in. So if we can learn to adjust the posture, that's going to alleviate so much of that. And really, this is my go-to for teaching people how to eliminate it. So best of luck with all that. But we are going to do a little self-guided meditation just to close out with. So I want you to take a moment. Again, we're going to come back to the breath. You're going to close your eyes. You're going to start to tune into that slow, steady rhythm of your breath. And now what I want you to do is scan your body, taking notice of any more tension or tightness you're holding there in the neck and shoulders. And I want you to figure out the point that's really making itself most well known, just the most prevalent one that we have. And as you draw on your next inhale through your nose, I want you to visualize your breath coming to that point of pain, encircling it, and letting it leave with your exhale. And this is just a great visualization tool to help relax parts of the body. So try it a few times, breathing into the pain or the stiffness. Exhale, letting it leave with your breath. And if you found you've got one of them to relax and there's another one, go ahead and try to breathe into that. Big inhale through the nose. Breathe into the pain or stiffness. Exhale, let it leave with your breath. It's amazing what you can relieve by just visualizing the breath. All right. So that is everything that we have for you today as far as relieving all that tension and tightness. I hope you're feeling more relaxed, less stiff, and honestly just ready to go out and take on the world. If you enjoyed this session, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more live sessions and helpful tips. Feel free to leave a comment below. We read every single comment that we get, and it helps us know what you want to see in future videos. So yeah, thank you for joining me. Stay flexible, stay relaxed, and keep moving, keep those necks moving freely. Yeah, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope you join us in the next video. Bye.